The first step in getting ready to make your memory bear from a fur coat is to remove the lining. So I've got a couple of sharp scissors handy here. Now I have a couple of sharp scissors. I'm just going to start in one place. And I'm carefully snipping, see here, just the threads. So you don't want to cut the lining and you don't want to cut the fur. So now we have most of the lining detached from the coat, and as I'm pulling it here and there, there's a couple places that I can tell they're still attached, so we're going to carefully snip those. Now we've got the lining removed. I'm going to fold it up neatly and put it aside because we are going to use the lining. Okay, my next step is I'm going to remove the other non-fur pieces from the coat. For instance, there's this liner back here, and then these pieces of tape that were applied when the coat was made. We're going to remove all those. And then the other things we're going to remove are the pockets. The next part before we take off, or you could take off all these strips first if you want, but I'm going to deconstruct the collar. But I want you to take a look and see the collar on this particular coat anyway starts way down here because it's folded over, and then you can see here where the collar is, it is stitched to the coat, the back of the coat here. So we are going to snip all this away so that we can unfold the collar, because that's more fur that we can use for our bear. Now we are at the top of the coat where there's the widest part of the collar, and I've got it snipped here, but there are more stitches. It's got it stitched all throughout here. So as we lift it, more threads snipped. I'm pulling, but try to be careful because you don't want the threads could rip the coat as well. Although we are going to use interfacing to line the bear, I want to remove everything that's on the fur now because this is all old. I'm taking all these tapes away. And then I'm also going to, if there's any more of this interfacing, I think that's what it is, I'm going to carefully clip that away too. And then I will also remove the buttons. Now, since I've removed this, then the button on the other side is probably loose, should be loose. Yeah. So I'm going to take that and set it aside. So I'm going to keep my thumb on here, and I'm going to grab a Sharpie because I want to mark where this hole is. It's important to know where the holes are on your fur so that you don't include that in your bear. So I'm just going to go like this, and then I'll know not to include that part of the fur in my bear coat. So I still need to do up here near where the shoulders are and this collar. That takes a little bit more work to do, and you have to, of course, be careful. This isn't flat, and we're going to try to cut it. We'll remove the interfacing and then cut the collar out so that it lays flat. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the sleeve because it goes in, but that's because this collar was 2 or more pieces and sandwiched together and stitched together, so we're trying to separate that so it'll lay flat. And when we come back, I'll show you how I'm going to disassemble the collar. And now we have most of the coat disassembled. Now I still need to work on this collar here. Now, as you can see here, it's stitched together, so I'm going to carefully snip some of the stitches here that's holding that closed. This one is not coming out here. Let's see here. There's a stitch. There we go. And you can see there's stitches all the way down the collar because it's trying to hold it flat. And now I think I can remove this foamy part. Okay, here we're going to remove the sleeves from the coat and split it open because then there's more fur to work with. I'm going to work on this sleeve first. You can see where it was attached to the coat because there's a circle. And I'm just going to actually cut right there. You can go to either side of that seam. Just pick a side. I'm going to go on the outside of it. And I am carefully snipping and gliding this bottom blade under so that I don't chop at the fur. What I want mostly is to cut the leather, not the fur. I decided to go on the outside of the seam. I'm going to set the main part of the coat aside so you can see how I'm going to split the seam open, the sleeve open. Okay, we've got the sleeve. I'm going to turn it inside out. And we're looking for the main seam that they stitched together to make this a tube, and that is right here. Before we do snip here, I'm going to snip here. I want to open all this up. And now I'm going to remove this foamy, I think it's an interfacing of some type. They put a little triangle of fur right here and started the seam on two places, like, you know, upside down Y, and then came together here. I'm just going to pick one side and go down. You don't have to do both. I'm going to go this side. And now you see how much fur we have to use on our teddy bear. All right, here is our coat. I've removed the sleeves and taken care of those. Next part is the collar. And you can see here is the collar. And we've taken out the inside. We've removed the stitching so that it's not lying flat anymore. And I'm going to remove it from the rest of the coat. Now, as I'm taking a look, I can see there's a big seam here that is connecting it to the coat. And it goes up here. And then I see one little seam here, so that's where I'm going to stitch or snip carefully with these scissors. I'm going to glide the bottom blade under the fur so that I'm going to try not to chop at the fur, but I'm going to snip here, down around here, this bottom seam. And then we're going to go here, up here, and there. So I'm going to get started right here. I'm going to put the main coat aside for now. Okay, here's the collar we just removed, and you can see it still needs to be snipped apart so that it'll lay flat. You might not need to use any of this, but on some coats it's a different fur for the collar, and I like to use it for contrast. This particular coat had the same fur for the main part of the coat and the collar, but I'm still going to show you how to do that. We're turning it right side out or inside out so that we can see the seams easier. And I can see there's a big seam right here, and that is what's holding it folded over like that. So we're going to snip at this seam here, and I am also going to snip at the corresponding one on the other side of the collar. And there's still some curve here, and so it's not laying flat. So it does look like I'm going to need to snip along this whole middle seam so that I have usable fur. There. So now I've got a piece that's laying flat here. I might remove that later, but right now I'm going to leave it in place. Now I see that there are two other seams, and that's where the middle of the collar, where these two were sewn together. And I'm going to take a look at that because on the other side you'll see that the fur is laying in this direction here, but it's laying in this direction this way. And the furrier made the coat, he wanted the collar to have the fur laying like this. Now, since the nap of the fur is laying in 2 different directions, right at where this seam was, I'm going to cut that apart too. Because when I'm laying the pieces out, the pattern pieces out onto the collar, I need the fur to be laying in the same direction. So now, when we lay our pieces out, we'll see that the fur is going down in this way on that piece. On this one, it's all going in this direction. And the same goes for this one. You see how the fur is kind of laying that way, it's going this way, but over here it's going this way. So I'm going to cut that at the seam as well. You usually only get this particular issue on the collar. Our next step is to take a look at all of our pieces, the main part of the coat, the sleeves, and the collar, and we're going to check for imperfections in the fur and holes in the leather.